Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shauna. How are you doing today?
I'm good. So I'm super excited to spend some time talking with each other about our upcoming yoga teacher training that starts in August.
Me too. I'm so excited to discuss this with you.
Yes. So my first question for you is, what should our students expect to learn in our yoga teacher training?
Well, I think that they can expect to learn a lot. I know for myself and my teacher training, my 200 hour, I learned way more than I thought I would, even when I read the description of what was, expected or what I should be expecting. So you should, if you're going to take the training, you should expect you're going to learn a ton. You're going to learn about asana. You're going to learn how to sequence, about anatomy, physiology, alignment. You're going to learn Sanskrit. So that's another language. You're going to learn about mantras and mudras and chanting and philosophy. So Shauna's our philosophy expert here, and she will teach you all about the Bhagavad Gita and the Yoga Sutras and all of the sacred texts that are really the foundation for what yoga is. So yeah, there's a ton of Ayurveda, one of my favorites. You're going to learn
Yes.
Ayurveda. What am I missing, Shauna? Anything else? Can you think of?
Yeah, I think you did great. I mean, we really focus a lot on the eight limbs, right? Which is everything that you're talking about, and even taking it in, and they're going to learn so much about themselves,
Right.
right?
I
Yeah,
know. Yeah, it's really
exciting.
transformative experience. I know
Yeah,
um that I've gotten that feedback. I know, and for my own training, I myself felt that way. Um that you just learn so much about yourself and so much about life in general. Really, really, it is very fulfilling.
it sure is.
Yeah.
Well said. Thank you.
Yeah. I have a few questions for you. I'll start off with um, why do you think yoga philosophy is so important to learn?
Okay, well, I love this question because, as you mentioned, studying yoga philosophy has really been an intense passion of mine for a really long time. And the reason why it's so important is because as we progress on the path of yoga, we start to understand that yoga is not asana, meaning yoga is not the yoga poses that we do in our classes. Um, Yoga is this path that is rich in philosophy, and it's, in my opinion, really crucial to understand philosophy so that we can understand, why do we step on these yoga mats. And I think, Michelle, one of the beautiful things about yoga philosophy is you can apply it to your life. And and for me, and I know for you as well, because we've had so many conversations about this, it truly can be used as a coping skill, if you will, to help you move through obstacles with more ease. And what I love about philosophy is we could study yoga philosophy every day for the rest of our lives and still and still not know everything that we need to know. It's so vast. And through our yoga teacher training, we really open up that doorway for our students to say, here's the Yoga Sutras, here's the Bhagavad Gita. We talk about Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and then they can spend the rest of their lives studying what pieces resonate with them the most.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is such a beautiful thing about yoga is I always like to tell people that it's literally something that you can study forever and
Oh,
still have much more to learn. And so that's
yeah.
like the exciting part is like, you're not just going to go through a 200-hour certification and like get it. And it's not just going to be like, okay, there it is. And now I know yoga and now I'm a teacher or now I'm, a master at this. Like it's always a practice, right? And it's always going to evolve and help you and shape your life. So
Oh,
it's special.
it's so special.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yes, wonderful. So I would love if we've got a puppy.
he's so he's so needy.
I would love, Michelle, if you would talk a little bit about why did you want to do this? Why did you want to become a teacher trainer? Like, what propelled you to want to partner with me and create this school called Ascend?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I just feel like the timing of meeting you and our connection is truly divine. And you know that as much as I do. It brings tears to my eyes. It's just, yeah, I feel like we made this pact in many lifetimes ago, or up in the heavens or whatever, to do this training together. But more than that, I guess I learned I wanted to be a teacher when I was teaching asana classes, and I just wasn't really feeling much fulfillment, I guess. I was I was just getting this call, and just kind of like how I got the call to do my 200-hour, there was like this little thing in my head that was saying, maybe you should be a teacher. And then eventually, once I started teaching, there was again another little thing in my head that says, maybe you should be a teacher of teachers.
Yeah.
And then I got that opportunity at my full-time job at Spenga, to start teaching people how to teach Spenga. And there's a yoga portion of Spenga. And when I was doing that, God, I would just leave work and I was so lit up. I was just like beaming ear to ear. I was just excited. And I was just at work, like, what? It just, and then it dawned on me, like, oh my gosh, I love teaching people how to teach yoga. I love this. And I wasn't quite getting that same feeling teaching asana classes. I mean, I love teaching asana classes, but there was just something different about it. I felt like I truly reached I saw a glimpse of my purpose, right? I said, okay, I think this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do.
I love that. And I have to say, that was very palpable to, co-lead a teacher training with you last year. And, every weekend we would show up beyond excited, right? To be there with and for our students. And we were beyond excited to, grow together through the teacher training and to witness this evolution with our students. It truly was such an incredible experience.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're blessed to have those ladies with us last time, and
Yes.
together again. It was just it's so divine. Our whole partnership, the way Ascend Yoga has unfolded, and the way we work together, it's just really, really easy almost, and it's like, there's not too many struggles, and it's nice.
Yeah. Our students have always said we're like very yin and yang.
Yeah.
We have this beautiful balance that we can just go through the training with, passion and knowledge. And we share the wisdom that fortunately was given to us from our Himalayan Institute teachers. And, what a privilege it is now to, pass that on.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here, let's see what else I got for you. What is your favorite thing to teach in the yoga teacher training?
Ooh, wow.
I don't know if it is philosophy, like what part of philosophy, or looking back on our first training, what did you have the most fun with?
Oh, that's such a big question.
I know.
Because I love teaching philosophy. I love getting into the subtle body, right? I really enjoy teaching the koshas and the chakras. All of that aside, though, what I really loved teaching was I love to teach our students. So we had all women, right? In this first training, we had 12 women. And what I loved to teach was ways for them to come back to their true self. I felt like that was such a huge takeaway for all of our students. It was like, how can they come back to their true nature, and how can they rest in their joy and use yoga and all of the teachings to really embody the fullness of who they are and who they wanted to become.
Yes.
Right. And that's not something that we can teach per se, but I felt like through teaching the different lectures I know that I was responsible for, in a sense, it was like, let's build this bridge for our students to take their time to cross over and to come into a deeper understanding of who they are on a soul level, and then how to take that into the world.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That takes me back to what you would often say in our training about like, we are not trying to produce cookie cutter teachers. Like we're not going to tell you what to do, and that's what you're going to do. Like, we want to give you the tools to make it your own and be an individual and authentic. And I think that's kind of what sets our training maybe apart from some others that you might find out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful, beautiful add-on, Michelle. Thank you for saying that. I do think that's really important for students to know.
Yeah.
We don't want cookie cutter. We want individuality, and we'll give them the tools, like you said, to create that and to allow their personalities to come through their teachings, because we're all so uniquely amazing, right?
Right. It's
yes. So, okay, I think this is a good segue for me to ask you, can you talk a little bit more about, because you've already touched on it, can you talk a little bit more about what do you think makes Ascend yoga teacher training unique? So we are a Yoga Alliance approved school, which we're very proud of. And they're all over, right? They're all over Northwest Ohio. So what is it about our yoga teacher training that makes us unique?
Well, you get us as teachers, and we're no, I'm kidding. But we're pretty fun. But beyond that, like, I feel like well, I know from my experience in the teacher training, like, I almost felt like I just wasn't given enough information, because yoga is so vast that sometimes I feel like they just kind of give you a little bit in a 200-hour training, and we're trying to give you a little piece of everything, or like, really exposing you to a lot of the information, so that if you do go on to get your 300-hour, you're aware of some of these things that we're talking that, that exist in the yoga world. And then beyond that, I feel we want to develop a community of like-minded individuals. And so, we had our first training, and we still keep in contact with all of these ladies. We have a Facebook group that we chat in. We try to hold monthly satsangs and get together with them. So it's, and then we even told them, like, do you guys mind if when we have our another training, we invite the graduates to this group, so that it just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And, just a community of people that you can bounce out ideas off of and have mentorship well beyond the 200 hours. Because I think that's also something that kind of is lacking or is missing sometimes from some of the trainings, is that you take the training and then it's like, okay, bye, good luck, good luck with your teaching. And I know for myself, I felt really lost and not so much supported in the beginning. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I sequence again? What am I doing? And I know for myself and for you, I could speak for you, I think, on this too. We are more than happy to keep in contact with our students and help them when needed. They can ask us questions, they can text us, they can email us. We will respond, and we will support them for as long as they want to be in our lives. So I think that's something that is really special. And I hope others are drawn to that same outlook. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think mentorship is so important. It's not uncommon for me to get a text from our graduates, and it's like, hey, Shauna, this is going on in my life. Is there a yoga teacher that you could recommend for me? Or, hey, Shauna, what chapter did you say meditation is more heavily in the Bhagavad Gita? And it's like, I answer them right now. And I love that constant dialogue and that constant, connection, because I can't agree with you more. I think it was beautifully said. Mentorship, community, satsang, it's yoga.
Right. Exactly.
That's all yoga.
It is yoga. And we love our ladies, and I'm sure we love our new graduates as well. So of course we want to keep in contact with all of them as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Thank you. That was a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful answer. Thank you.
I think I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think would be a good fit for our training?
Ooh, I love this question. Everybody.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I actually just put something on my Facebook recently, and it was like, I feel like our training is perfect for people if you know that there's more out there, right? And you're like, I feel like there's some lack in my life. I'm missing a little something. I'm not quite sure what it is. I know there's more to life. Our training is for you.
Right.
If you've never stepped foot on a yoga mat, because this happened in our first teacher training, if you have never stepped foot on a yoga mat, you just know the word yoga exists, our teacher training is perfect for you.
Yes.
If you've been practicing yoga for decades and you are like, okay, I know yoga poses, I know sequencing, and I really understand sun salutations, but I know there's more. This path is more expansive. It's broader than what I'm learning in a 60-minute yoga class. This training is for you. I think this training is really great for, anybody that is in a field of service, social workers, healthcare providers. We had a couple physical therapists in our last training. We had some massage therapists, respiratory therapists. I think it complements other modalities of, professions, because yoga is, again, so expansive. And if you are looking to grow as a human being, and you are looking to really just transform in ways that right now you can't begin to imagine, sign up for the training, because I promise you it'll happen. Yoga, the teacher trainings really truly are a space that you can start to kind of like peel away these layers that just don't serve you anymore. And you're like, you know what? This isn't working for me. I need more. I need community. I need like-minded people. I need to be surrounded by people who can talk about meaningful things. This yoga teacher training's for you.
Oh my gosh. That was beautiful.
I could talk about that for hours, that. So it's kind of hard to sum it up, but it's for everybody. It's for, it's for everybody. The age doesn't matter, gender, none of it matters. It's this beautiful, all-inclusive training that will completely transform where you're at currently. It just will. Our yoga teacher trainings that we've taken as students, life-changing.
Right.
It's something that you have to just experience. It is really hard to put into words.
That's true.
Right?
That's
it's
true.
hard.
It's different for everybody. And, but everybody, I think, could probably agree that it is a great idea. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I have one more question for you, Shelly. Tell me, what are you most looking forward to in our Ascend yoga teacher training? Because we've worked really hard on this. We've got a beautiful manual for our students. We have created these incredible weekends that are going to be, like you said, packed full of information. What is it that you're most excited about?
Gosh, that's hard. That is hard to sum up. I think what's first coming to mind is just meeting our students, meeting these souls that are going to choose to take the journey with us, and being in the new space. So we're at Holistic Hands Wellness Gallery by UT. And there's like a beautiful labyrinth in the back. There's like a little bit of like woods that we get to like hang out in outside. It's like a really big space. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to spending time with you, Shauna, because I don't get to see you as much, when we're not doing our trainings. I'm looking forward to teaching teachers again. I'm looking forward to teaching people the whys, right? In a 60-minute class, you teach poses, you teach how to safely do a pose, but you don't tell them something deeper very often, right? You spit it there, here and there, but like giving our lectures about things that I'm passionate about is, fuels my heart. So I'm looking forward to that too.
That's such a great answer.
How about you? What are you looking forward to?
The excitement,
Yeah.
right? I'm looking forward to, like you, meeting our new students. I'm looking forward to looking out at them as strangers, because most of them will probably be strangers to us. And then as the weekends roll on and we start to, really develop these meaningful connections. And I love to, I'm really looking forward to seeing it through their eyes, because I remember what it was like to take a 200-hour teacher training. So I love looking through their eyes and seeing those aha moments, because like you
Yes.
said, we know downward facing dog, we understand sun salutations, but the why, I think that was beautiful that you said that. It's like, why are we doing these? Why are we getting on our yoga mat? Why do we do this? And then all those aha moments come together and start firing. And I think I'm really looking forward to the uniqueness.
Yeah.
We had some really cool lectures that were, our students got really deep into really cool conversations.
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
Me
We had
too.
a lot of fun too. We had a lot of laughter in our teacher training, and I love the flow of it. I love the weekends that we have set up, so they'll be done long before Christmas, and I think that's important for people. And it feels like a really great schedule. It's Saturdays and Sundays, and you get to come together on the weekends, and then at the end you can become a registered yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance. And
Right.
some of our students, they didn't take the training to go out into the world and teach. They took it for that deeper understanding. And some are in the community teaching. And I think that's really cool to be a witness to.
Yes, I do too. And I just want to add to that, like, the days might seem long. They are 12-hour days, 6:30 to 6:30 on Saturday and Sunday, but there are room for breaks. We're not going to make it, do asana the whole time.
No.
We're going to have a good mix. So the time's going to fly. It did
It
last
did.
time. So just throwing that out there too.
Yeah, I think that's really good to say too, for sure. The
Yeah.
weekends are amazing.
They are so much fun.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Me too. Well, it begins this August.
August 27th.
Yeah. Holistic Hands near University of Toledo.
And early bird pricing ends on July 30th. So if you're interested in signing up for a little cheaper price, make sure you apply before July 30th. And you can find our website at ascend, ASCEND, YTT.yoga.
Yes. And reach out to us with questions. We like to talk.
Yay. So
All
fun
right,
talking to you,
Shelly.
Shauna.
Good to talk to you. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.